Tina Fey voicing a character in The Simpsons. Count me in. This is Black Eyed Please, the 15th episode of the 24th season of The Simpsons, directed by Matthew Schofield. And I'll get to Tina Fey in a moment, but the main narrative in the title focuses on the fact that Ned punches Homer. And I won't give the context or explain why it happens. I think, honestly, I feel like it wasn't, the events leading up to it, I don't think were actually that bad. In previous episodes, when Ned has snapped, the events leading up to it have been quite extreme or quite drawn out, but here it was very brief and really not a lot happened. I kind of feel like maybe something triggered a memory from his past, which in itself is pretty interesting, and I think the way Homer responded was pretty good and actually really interesting. It's maybe not the most fascinating narrative, and I do prefer the other story in this, which I'll talk about in a moment, but it was quite fascinating to see where Homer would take it, because Homer definitely, ironically, had the upper hand afterwards and maybe wasn't going to stoop to Ned's level of punching him. So I didn't mind that part of the narrative. I thought it was pretty good, and ultimately where it went was quite satisfying. But for me, absolutely without question, the main attraction in this episode is Tina Fey. I love Tina Fey, and her character is a love to hate. I think she was really brilliant, really fascinating. She plays a substitute teacher called Miss Cantwell, and well, there's another teacher as well with a very interesting name, but I won't give the joke away. And she doesn't like Lisa. Immediately she dislikes Lisa, and it's unclear why. And I won't give it away, I won't say why she dislikes her, but I was curious. I genuinely wanted to know what was going on with her, and I feel like it was all too realistic, to be quite honest. Tina Fey, of course, is amazing, and I was delighted when I realised that she was guest voicing in this. So that made me very, very happy, and I really liked that part of the story. Obviously, it's a shame with what happened with Miss Hoover, but if it gave us Miss Cantwell with Tina Fey, then that's not too bad. I really liked that part of the narrative. I liked the part with Homer and Ned, and I particularly liked seeing Ned's personal hell. That was really, really creative and fun to see. Really well animated. Definitely a very good segment. I feel like this maybe isn't the most memorable episode. I will remember it because Tina Fey, but other than that, I feel like maybe it's not one that I would come back to time and time again. It's never going to be a personal favourite, but at the same time, it worked. There's nothing about it that I think didn't work, or that I would have liked to have seen, done slightly differently. Definitely for me, Black Eyed Please was really enjoyable, even if you take Tina Fey out of the equation, but she definitely makes it just that little bit more awesome.